In today's video, I'll be showing you the maximum distance range test of my DJI Phantom 3 Standard, so stay tuned. So I've decided to test and see how far my DJI Phantom 3 Standard can go. So after conducting this test, I've noticed there's about 3 or 4 key things that impacts your drone's distance. So I'll tell you all about it a little bit later, so stay with me. From what I've read, the DJI Phantom 3 Standard can go up to 1 kilometer. So the exercise here is to try and reach 1 kilometer. Just so you know, I didn't modify my drone, or I'm not using any Wi-Fi extender or range extender. I'm using pretty much all stock off the shelf. When you buy the drone, this is what you're getting. Quick note, if you are conducting any range tests, please follow any FAA or drone regulations that's applicable in your local area or country or wherever you are. Remember, safety comes first when flying drones, okay? Now that's out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Here's the first test. As you know, again, the usual calibration needs to happen. Make sure you wait till the GPS number is ready. 7 and above will do. The higher the number, the better. Seems to be doing well, and I am flying high above about 50 meters. About 70 meters, 80 meters, that's where I'm at. See how far I can go. I'm reaching about 200 meters now, and I'm going at about 200, 300, and looks like my signal isn't that strong. My GPS satellite is about 8, but my Wi-Fi signal is a little bit low, as well as my remote control signal, so it's automatically flying back home at about 309 meters, so it's a little bit disappointing. I suspect the location that I'm in has poor signal, so I'm gonna see whether I can try and do another test somewhere else. Same goes here in the second test. I'm in a lake. As you can see here, again, doing the calibration, making sure it's all well connected. GPS satellite is connected now. I've got about 8 as well. Obviously, the higher the number of the GPS, I find the better your flight distance with your drone. As you can see here, I'm really trying to push for it. I'm flying at about 80 meters high. About 500 meters, 540, slowly disappearing. My transmission signal's becoming weak. Yeah, my remote control signal is red. My GPS satellite is actually pretty good, it's at 11. Yeah, so about 555 meters, I decided to fly back home. So yeah, it's a little bit better than the first one, as I can see. So my GPS satellite is a lot higher. I find that my remote control signal isn't that great, and the Wi-Fi signal isn't that great as well. So that's probably one of the things I've noticed compared to my previous tests. So yeah, now it's flying back home now. So yeah, let's. I've got another test. Unfortunately, I forgot to record what I'm doing in the screen, so bear with me here. I'm doing the same calibration, going up. I'm as high as ever, about 90 meters in height, and the distance. So the distance I'm flying, I managed to reach almost about 800 meters, so almost 1 kilometer there. So before I went back home. So I was really pushing for it. I was trying to push hard for it now. Definitely huge improvement from my first test compared to the second, and this one definitely a huge improvement compared to the first test I've done. Just a quick recap, the first test maximum distance was about 300 meters, second about 500 meters, and the third one about 800 meters. So third test I've conducted, made a couple of changes, and that made a huge impact or huge improvement compared to the first one. So this is my personal findings. 4 key things that impacts your drone's distance. Number 1 is the GPS satellite. GPS satellite, the higher the number of the GPS, the better your GPS positioning is. Fly at least 7 or 8. If you want to reach your maximum distance, I'll probably say, an 11 or 12. Again, the higher the number, the better. Second one is the remote control antenna. You want to make sure that whenever you're flying your drone, you're pointing the antenna directly to the direction of where your drone is flying. Number 3, your Wi-Fi signal. You're using Wi-Fi to connect your app to the controller and to your drone. If you're in a dead Wi-Fi spot, if your Wi-Fi signal is pretty weak, then that'll have an impact. Your transmission signal will be pretty poor. So very important that you have a strong Wi-Fi signal. Lastly, the weather. If you're flying against the wind, then yeah, that'll have an impact to your flight distance as opposed to flying sunny weather. Yeah, so look, those are probably the 4 key things I've picked up. Question of the day: what's the maximum distance that you reach with your drone? Love to hear it from you, especially the drone community out there. I'd love to hear it from you guys. Well, that's really it for me. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Again, this is Dennis signing off. I'll see you all next time. Remote control signal. Oh no, sorry. Control angle. Sorry. Hey Google, what's the maximum distance of the DJI Phantom 3 standard?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that. The Phantom 3 standard enforces a hard altitude limit, which by default is set to 120 meters.